How you doing, vinyl music community? I'm gonna do a review on my Kiss collection that I have because actually, in all, um, and to be truthful, this was my first band that I embraced and enjoyed. I mean, you can see around my room, like I have other, people like the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix and whatnot. I'm into all types of genres of music, so I just don't stick to one thing. And don't think that just because you see pictures up in the background of just different people besides Kiss. I have plenty of Kiss posters in my closet, uh, plenty of them, and I just randomly take some down. I put some up. If I get tired of looking at what I have up, I'll just switch it around. But I have plenty of posters. I've been with actually a Kiss Army member since 1976, I believe, when I filled out the form out of Destroyer and got that first press kit, which is long gone by now, traded it or whatnot. And I used to have all the Kiss albums too. This um, video is going to be mostly on CDs and a few vinyl albums that I managed to get. Now, I haven't gotten the reissues yet, as far as in the Kiss vinyl reissues yet. I used to have all their albums, but through moving throughout the years, I lost a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and get down to it. Also, you know, this could probably be a two-part series because this is going to be the CDs and DVDs. What I have, few DVDs I have, and mostly CDs, and then a little bit of vinyl, like I said. But I probably have more merchandise which is kind of weird. More merchandise than I have of their music. And it's another thing with me too is I don't have anything against the band and how they're touring right now. I respect Eric Singer. I respect Tommy Thayer. Um, they're good. They're good musicians. I just prefer the original Kiss. That's just me. I grew up. I actually stopped anyway. And in this box set, I mean, I remember when Unmasked came out and stuff, but I really wasn't into it because I already knew by then that Peter was leaving the group, and it was almost like back in the early '80s when you found out you're reading into the magazines and stuff that you found out that uh, Peter was leaving the group. It was almost like back in the day. I would think as the Beatles breaking up, as far as with Kiss fans goes. Even though Eric Carr came in and did a damn good job, and best. He was a damn good drummer, and rest in peace to him. Um, I would say that Creatures of the Night was my last album that I got, and we all know that they just slapped Ace's face on the cover. I guess for just marketing, reasons or whatnot. But anyway, get to this. This is a box set that I created. Um, as you can see, it's the Alive uh, cover. And I got this box set on eBay like 5 something years ago, and I just said I was going to start collecting the CDs. The actually the This is Kiss. I actually start collecting these are actually the silver labels. These are the Japanese CDs that are as far as in with the album. The albums I forget because I'm lost for thought right now. But the silver label ones are the ones that had all the inserts are pretty much true to the format of the album. So that was Kiss right there. This is silver label, Japanese silver label. Hotter Than Hell, Japanese silver label. Like I said, all the silver labels had all the inserts, but we know there wasn't really that many inserts in the first. There wasn't no inserts in the first three. The first three originals, that is. Dress to Kill. Now, this is not on the silver label. This is on the red Japanese label. And they didn't come with, if you had anything like that, they didn't come with the inserts. Kiss Alive. Sorry for that glare. Now this is on the red label. I just got the Obi. The Obi strip is inside the CD, but it is a double CD, and it doesn't have the booklet. But the silver tab ones would have had the booklet. Now this is Silver Tab Destroyer. It has the order as far as in the Kiss Army, first thing with the Kiss Army thing in it and stuff. Inner sleeve. It's true to the way it was released. Rock and Roll Over. Now this is red label, and it's a gatefold, but it's the gatefold of them, and during the '76 concerts or whatnot. But that's red label. Because this is a mixture of red label and silver. Love Gun, red label. I probably didn't have time enough to take out all of the CDs to show you what the CDs look like, but these are all Japanese. Alive 2, red label. And these are starting to get, that's why I want to go ahead and collect these, because these are starting to get very hard to get. If you get on, I noticed that through eBay, whether it's any type of any collecting. This is red label. This, if it would have been silver, it would have came with the poster, a little mini poster, and actually also with Alive 2, it would have came with the Evolution of Kiss book and the sticker. But I got it on the jewel case anyway, so I'm not worried about that. But that's that. And then there's the box. It has the booklet on the box. Like I said, these right here are starting to get the CD-like albums are starting to get, especially if it's Japanese. It is, all of them are Japanese, but they're starting to get very hard to get. I mean, I noticed that, like I said, because if I go on eBay, and you rarely seeing it. That's how you know through anything. Go on eBay. That's how you know if anything is getting rare. I this in backwards. If anything is getting rare or hard to get, you always know it through eBay, because if you hardly see it being trying to be sold on eBay and you don't see it hardly, then you know it's starting to get hard. Already these Japanese CDs, Japanese album-like CDs, are going for $50 to $60, if not more. 60 to 8, sometimes $80 just a CD, just for one, CD. And don't let it be a double like Alive or Alive 2. Okay, that was the box set that I got. Very proud of that, because like I said, I built that myself, even though it's a mixture of silver tab and red tab, Japanese labels. This, I believe I got this on eBay, and it's a bootleg. But just like I said, it's a bootleg, but let me see what, I'm sorry, see what label this is on. Yeah, it's a bootleg, but it's still almost like, if you would just get it in a CD. It's the only thing that's a bootleg about it is of course, the cover itself, which I don't know why, I just decided to get it when I was on eBay one day. This is a remaster. I love Harder Than Hell. That's like one of my favorite out of the originals. A lot of people go for Dress to Kill. Me, I think this is their best out of the first three originals, in my opinion. This is their best. Hotter Than Hell is, to me, is a masterpiece. And I wish they would put out something like they did with Love Gun, and which I'll show you here in a while, when they did the Love Gun Deluxe. And they need to put out an album of Hotter Than Hell and put all the pictures that they did when they did the photo session, where they're all messed up and stuff, and make it like a book, just the idea, because this was an interesting period. I believe, between Alive, their costumes, I love their Hotter Than Hell costumes, and I love their Alive costumes, and then, of that period. And then if you want to get to Kiss Alive 2, I mean, the Love Gun costumes, I love that period. The least costume period I like the least would be Dynasty. The costumes sucked. I couldn't stand them. They were way over the top. It was almost like they were in a circus after that. They had left their rawness and everything. Their costumes became crazy looking. But okay, that was the remaster Hotter Than Hell. This is a bootleg, which is good. This is Kiss Live at the Agora, 1974, Cleveland, 1974. This is a special. Anything with Agora, with the Runaways, Kiss, anybody that performed at the Agora is always special to me because I used to work down the street. Well, I used to work in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, and I used to pass the Agora every day on my way to work. So, but this is a good CD. Good CD. This is the session where Peter Criss got smoke and asphyxiation. I guess his drum riser rose too high, and then they had to take him to the hospital because he started inhaling too much smoke. But this is that concert. This is also Spirit of '76. This is good because this is Richfield Coliseum. This is when they had that snowstorm out in Cleveland. Um, I want to say it was September the 3rd, and it was snowing. Already in Cleveland, of course, because Cleveland gets snow. But it was a snowstorm then, and a lot of people, they still made it to the concert and stuff. But that that's a memorable concert at Richfield Coliseum. Good CD too. This is Cow Palace. This is another bootleg, showing a lot of bootlegs. Um, Cow Palace, Love Gun Tour, good CD, good boot. The Love Gun Deluxe, what I was talking about, as far as in um, they need to make a Hotter Than Hell like this, because you know it was pretty interesting how they gathered up all the material, all the material for the Love Gun period, as far as in pictures and the liner notes was pretty good in it and stuff, and they just did this packaging real well on this. That's the inner sleeve we all know for Heart. I mean, Love Gun. Remember when this album came out? My friend, my next door neighbor, played it over and over and over and over and over. That's back when everything on your wall was plastered with Kiss. Good reissue of that deluxe. There's the there's the Kiss Alive too, and it has the booklet in it, and it has the tattoos remaster. This is the Kiss Resurrection, another good CD. The packaging on this is good too. How they brought like both the Kiss and how they brought both Kiss as far as in kind of say the like the raw editing of Destroyer, and then how they wanted this, like, this was going to be the Destroyer cover, and then Resurrection. Sorry for the glare. And then the Resurrection was made for that, but they didn't want to use that cover at the beginning because they said it was like too much, like, I don't know. I guess it was too. They said it was too, with all the fire in the background, too destructive. So they made the other Destroyer cover, which we all know. This is the only solo album I have, because I actually got this album when it first came out, and it's my only solo album. Really, I know they say Paul Stanley's is good. I couldn't stand Gene's really all that much. It was alright. As a Kiss fan, I want to get them all eventually, but like I said, I used to have them all on album. But this is my first one that I got because my favorite member is Ace, always been. So, and he made the best solo album hands down anyway. Without Ace, in my opinion, without Ace, there would be no Kiss. So, this is my opinion because I'm an Ace fan. And then the last, as far as in Jewel Case CD that I have is well, as far as in a single, as my separate CDs is, You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best, and I believe this came out right when they made the decision to go back in costume, so they put this CD out as a little marketing thing, which is a pretty good CD. Now, I got, these are all boots, and these are homemade bootlegs with the backings of them. All the backings are in this thing. I got this off of eBay. These all sound, the sound qualities of them pretty good, for bootlegs. This is the Lost Alive 2, one them in Tokyo. My favorite, this is Winterland, and Kissing Time in San Francisco is what it's called, but um, it's the famous all concert that we know, Winterland, when they went, Winterland, and I believe that was 70. I want to say 74 because that was their, yeah, they're 74 because at Winterland, when they went to Winterland, they were talking about Hotter Than Hell in this concert, so that was one of their things. Kiss Stoned in Paris, this is another good bootleg. And then Kiss, this one, I forgot what this one was. This, I'm not sure. I forgot what this boot is. I forgot which concert this was. I would have to look this up again, but I forgot which boot this is. I don't know. I forget. I want to say this is one where they played in. I want to say this is when they. I forget. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm sorry. But this is the Destroyer. Um, I forget which venue they were at, but this is the Destroyer tour. I want to say the other one is Destroyer too. No, well, no, this isn't a live one. This isn't a live, but I just forget the venue they were playing at. I would have to look back up in the these little things right here, which I probably can do now. I tell you, guessing time in San Francisco. Okay, Olympia, Paris, France was the one in Paris, and oh, Detroit, Michigan. This is uh, live at Michigan Palace. Yeah, the one I couldn't remember. Yeah. And then the Destroyer one was it just says the Destroyer during the August, the tour in August, the Destroyer tour. But they're all good CDs, and I got them. Like I said, I got them on eBay. I got them all on eBay for a good price. The guy was making them and stuff, and he was like, I make these, and every now and then I'll post them on eBay. So you know, I was glad to get that off all of them concerts like that. And then here's the I had this new and I moved and I lost it, so I had to get it on eBay, which is in it. I mean, I'd seen another one on eBay for a good price. It was in better condition, but I already had it. And I was like, what the hell with it? But this is the Kiss the Chronicles. This was released in 2005, and then they released this, and it's a box set of all three of the originals. Kiss, Kiss Hotter Than Hell, and Kiss Dressed to Kill. That's good. You know. Um, Only two DVDs I have. Like I said, only two DVDs I have is Kissology and Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, which is a good DVD to have. Damn good DVD to have because I still enjoy this. I remember this as a kid. But these are the only two. Like I said, I don't really get into Kiss after they take off their makeup. It was like, no, I was done then. I wouldn't look it up, all that. I was pretty much done then, but I was just more of a Kiss fan when they had their makeup on. Um, this is the first Kissology disc set that they came out with, and it seems like they would put different on different times that they had released this. They would give you different. Um, like this is Cobo Hall, but I've seen other people that have it, and I guess it's other pressings of this anthology that they. It was the I don't think they give you that anymore. If you go out and try to get it again, if it's but if that Spring Tour 75 backstage. Now I want to sit there and say about it. I believe that Winterland was either 74 or 75. Correct me if I'm wrong. I forget. But that's I mean, I would want to get probably two, but I don't really have because like I said, two has it all the way up to their makeup for a little bit, and then they give you the movie of Kiss Meets the Phantom Park, and then the rest is like when they get with Eric Carr and stuff. Like I said, I'll probably get two, three. I have no reason to even get. Well, I don't know because I think three has some of their stuff when they came back as a reunion, band and whatnot. Came back in '76. I don't know. I'll probably end up collecting the other three, but this is the main one I wanted. And last but not least, the guitar case. Well, no, I still got some albums, just a few albums, because I guess, like I said, I have to start collecting my albums again. Um, I got this like 3 years ago, and I got it for a good price. It wasn't sealed when I got it, but it was used because it didn't have the back card of it like the Alive photo. Because I didn't see why they wouldn't have saved that. But here's the letter it came with. Order form. The book. Little hardcover book. And then there's the CDs. I put them in plastic covers just to, for longevity purposes. But these come out once I have these in here like that. They do try to pop out because I have the plastic on them. And these CDs are in perfect condition. So the previous owner really took care of the jewel cases and the CDs. I'm pretty much of a guy that, when something comes out, I'll wait for the hype to die down on it unless I really want it. I'll wait for the hype to die down and then I'll I'll get it. I'll purchase it when the price goes down. So this is the only vinyl I have. This I tried and I tried. There's a few times I could have got a 10 times better copy than this, but this one's thrashed, of course, as you can see. I just keep the plastic over it, and it does have all three inner sleeves for the albums. And this is the first pressing because this is like, you can always tell the later pressings because the inner sleeves will be a different texture. This is the paper. This is the first, you know, this is the first pressing, of course. You can tell how thrashed it is. Then also, it has the booklet. The records are in damn good condition. But it's amazing. The records are in so better condition than probably was Frankenstein together. That's why I guess the record's 10 times better than the album. But it's still an original. So I got it. I'm happy for it. I'm happy with it. And when I started getting back into Kiss, I went on ahead and got the reissue of Alive because I, wanted the booklet. I missed, just looking at the booklet because I remember getting this album back in the day, probably like in the late 70s, early 80s. They didn't have the booklet. Every time I probably got Alive like 3 times when I was young because I wanted the booklet. And every time I tried to get it, they would never have the booklet because they had stopped. They had stopped, printing the books for it. I was like, wow. So I had to wait and go to a used record store, and finally I found one. And of course, all the records. I had all the Kiss records. They're gone now. But this has the booklet in it. This is a reissue. This is when they started reissuing them. I forget what year. Oh, I forget what year this was reissued, but this is part of the reissues. And this is the Destroyer limited edition. They should have numbered them, but this is the limited edition Destroyer that they came out with. Still, I kept it in the shrink. They came out with the red vinyl in their sleeve right there. This is the marble with the red marble with the Casablanca Bogart original label. And now if you go on eBay, these, they're starting to go for a lot. I think I got this for like 30 when it came out. Now they're up to like the 80. Some of them they're still sealed 100. They want $80 to 100 something dollars for this record, and the prices are only going to go up because these are limited edition. These are a limited edition there. So I had, and this was my first Kiss record anyway. I remember getting this. That's why I had to get it. A special Kiss record, and it was special to me because I remember this is my first vinyl record that I ever got. And you can see in the background, I like different types of music. This is the first vinyl record I ever got as a kid. It was the Christmas of 1976. It had already been out, like it was released in March of 76, so it had already been out for a few months. But I remember when I was in school, the kids, they were all Kiss, 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 Kiss. So I begged my mom and dad, and this was underneath the tree with some other toys and stuff. But this was a vinyl that my mom had wrapped it in. Um, was it the she just wrapped it in, it wasn't even in Christmas wrapping paper. She just put it in what is it, the tissue wrap. All the rest of my presents were in wrapping paper, but I remember this was in tissue wrap, leaned up against the tree, and I went straight for it. I remember, oh man, Kiss, finally got a Kiss album. I treasured it for a long time and listened to it back and from Detroit Rock City all the way to Sweet Pain, or Do You Love Me? I mean, I'm sorry. Uh, all them cuts. I remember just putting it on a big, because back then we had the big console stereos, and I would get on top of it, actually, damn stereo, just close the cover and get on top of it, act like I was playing guitar and jump off of the stereo because we had furniture. Damn stereo looked like furniture. So my mom would say I would carve everything and put Kiss, Kiss too. I was like, all my family knew, oh, he's a big Kiss fan. So first record, I had to get that. And this is a beat up copy that I only got it on eBay because it's crazy too. The person that mailed this to me, I mean, I don't care because I was just mainly getting it for the booklet and the inner sleeves. I didn't really care about the record because a lot of people don't know how to grade records, and I'm glad I just got it for the booklet and the inner sleeve. I remember looking at all this, but the record is totally trash. He actually mailed it in a bubble wrapper. That's the way it came, in a bubble wrapper. I was like, okay, but so basically I paid $10 for 2 inner sleeves and a booklet, you know, but I'm not going to sit there and complain. It is what it is. So that's all the Kiss as far as in music and DVDs that I have. Yes, it's not a big collection, but I got, like I said, I have more probably merchandise than records, which is weird. I mean, because like I said, I only go up to Dynasty with me, or the better yet, the furthest I go when it comes to Kiss is Creatures of the Night. I know, a lot of people, they like it. What was it? Revenge. That's a good album. I love Revenge. It's probably one of their best albums. With besides, with their makeup off. Revenge. That album rocks. So, you know, I eventually will get it, but this is how, I remember the old Kiss. This is the Kiss that I grew up with. So, but like I said, it'll be a part 2 of my merchandise. I got cars, I got figures and stuff, and models that I made, whatnot. So, I'll post that, or I'll do that. Stay tuned for that. So, thank you for watching, and if you like my channel, hit the subscribe button, and see you soon.